And your money, negotiating with the bank for a better deal. Is it even possible? The answer may surprise you. Chris Schilling of Turbo Realty here with us this morning. And Chris, what exactly can we negotiate? How do we go about it?
You know, the old adage is that everything is negotiable. And banks are no different. And so you have a couple of different things that you can do with the banks. I mean, you're either buying a property, so that's, you know, when you interact with the bank and you're getting that first initial mortgage. And so there's a number of things that you can negotiate. So there's interest rate. There's the fees that they apply, so there's loan origination fees, and that's typically 1% or 2% of the value of the property, so it starts to get expensive. You know, if you're talking about a $150,000 house, it's $1,500. I mean, it's real money.
It would seem that if you're working with them, though, over other financial institutions, that they would be willing to waive that.
Well, and that's the deal is that that's part of their profit center, but all banks are not created equal, and so different banks will offer different rates. They'll also offer different fees that are associated with getting these loans. In fact, many of the institutions these days will actually do a loan with no loan origination points. So, you know, zero that out, save you $1,500. So shop around, make sure to find out what the best deals are out there.
And then there's another way also.
You bet. So the other way is that, so now I've got the loan, and maybe I've gotten behind on my payments. Maybe my house isn't worth the same thing that it was worth when I initially bought it. You know, I bought it at $200,000. Now it's worth $150,000.
Many people can relate to that.
You know, that's happened a lot in our community, unfortunately. And so the banks have got loss mitigation departments. They've got whole departments of people in order to keep the owners in the property, because they really don't want to be in the property ownership business.
Right, because it costs them money in the end.
Costs them a lot of money.
So what do you do then?
So you contact the loss mitigation department. They have entire departments that are set up to do that, but really you ought to talk to a real estate attorney and or your real estate agent to find out what is your home currently worth, you know, what's the delta, what's the difference between what it is that's owed and what it is that's worth. So if you were trying to sell it, that it's possible that they'll reduce the interest rate. It's possible that they'll even reduce the principal balance down to what it's actually worth.
So what about people who say, I don't have the money to spend on an attorney, I'm already behind in paying, you know, with my home, so what
There's a lot of free resources that are out there. You know, they could talk to a real estate agent and they'll probably give them some good counsel and good advice as far as the directions that they go. They also have different associations over at the local universities where you can go in and get some free credit counseling, free attorney counseling. So those are things that you ought to do.
And you say that, I mean, you really only need an hour to sit down and talk to an attorney, so you pay for an hour. I mean, that's pretty much all you need.
You bet. It's amazing. So, you know, here we're afraid of attorneys because we always think they cost so much money. And so, you know, an attorney costs between $100 to $250 an hour, depending on, you know, their skill level. But you can learn a lot in an hour. I mean, think about all the different things that you can cover. And so they can really guide you and give you good counseling.
And if you can save your home and have your payments adjusted, boy, it's well worth it, isn't it?
Save your credit, save your home. I mean, so, you know, it's a very small upfront cost to find out where you are and what you're doing.
All right, Chris Schilling, Turbo Realty. Thanks, Chris.